Hello everybody and welcome back to the ABDL YouTube channel here. This is going to be part 2 of our breakdown of the Season 4 changes and updates. In the last part, you may have seen well, I just recommend going and watching that part. Honestly, I don't even know what was in it. I was told that I sounded really fake in the last episode, so expect a more unfiltered me where I'm just gonna, we're just gonna vibe, you know? So let's just move on here. I do want to preface before this starts. This is the second time I'm recording this because in the first time I was pushing applications a lot in the second part. Well, the applications filled within the first 24 hours, so they are now closed. So this is more for the coaches here, the tier changes, and everything along those lines. So with that, let's get right into that. Oh my god, music's loud. I apologize for the music getting a bit loud there. I don't even know. I'm tired. I woke up 5 minutes ago, basically, and I realized, oh shit, I need to do this. Okay, so let's start. What you're going to be seeing in this part is going to be tier shifts, a playoff structure, and a draft structure breakdown. This one should probably be a bit longer because the tier shifts are going to take a while. I believe we're going to start with our bans. So this is where our bans will be. Zacian has been officially banned as I'm not dealing with that thing again. Sorry, whoever wanted to draft it, not happening. Arceus, Normal Fairy, and Ghost remain banned. Duskmane, Necrozma, and Ultra Necrozma are banned. Mega Rayquaza, Mega Mewtwo X and Y are banned. Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre are banned. Calyrex Shadow Rider stays banned. And as always, Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing is banned. As you may see, this is a very short list of bans because me and a couple others have decided let's have some fun this season. And here are our unbans of the season. Kyogre is officially unbanned after 2-season hiatus. We've decided to restrict it. It will no longer be allowed to use Origin Pulse, Hydro Pump, or Water Spout, trying to nerf its water abilities kind of thing, make it a bit more fair. Hopefully this works. If it still ends up busted, it'll just go right back to a ban. Arceus Dark, I don't think was ever banned. I don't know why it's on this list, but if it was, Arceus Dark, Ground, Steel, and Water are all unbanned. And as you can see, Tier 0A, so we talked about this a bit last episode, so these are where the tiers are going to be, where they're all ranked. I believe we talked about this last time, 0A and 0B. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember, honestly. Mewtwo is going to be getting an unban as well, going to Tier 0A. Zamazenta Crown will be coming to Tier 0A. And as the more important one here that I want to bring up, Mega Gengar is going to be going to Mega Tier 0. Not Mega Tier 0A, because that's not a thing, just Mega Tier 0. It will be restricted with no Destiny Bond, Perish Song, or Disable. This was a mon we were wanting to bring, or I've been personally wanting to bring into ABDL for a while. It's just been hard to try and balance it to where, okay, it's not going to just come in, trap everything, and then so on and so forth. So that was more of along the lines of what we were trying to do there. Let's go into our Tier 0A versus 0B Ubers. So these Ubers were all in the ranks before. Now we're just showing where we have split each of them. So on the 0A side, Arceus Dragon, Arceus Fighting, Calyrex Ice Rider, Eternatus, Kyurem White Lugia, Necrozma Dawn, Reshiram, Solgaleo, Yveltal, Zekrom. These were what we considered the top of the Ubers, along with all the unbans. So this is where they will be sitting for the season, as that's just where we feel they deserve to be. They're all pretty strong, and yeah, let's be real, some of these are absolutely busted. And then on the other side are really where everything else likes to sit. The 0B ones, the ones that aren't as strong, but can still be quite a detriment to a team. So that includes all the remaining Arceus that we haven't talked about, the Deoxyses, Dialga, Giratina, Kyurem Black, Marshadow, Pheromosa, Shaman Sky, Zamazentas, and Zygarde 100%, so on and so forth. As you can see, if I'm going too quick, just pause the video and look. It'll also be on the doc when the doc's published later today. So, GG. I believe next is going to be our upgrades. So what mods have gone up a tier. I believe we're starting with Tier 1 to Tier 0B. So before we get into that, I just want to say that some of these mons that are going up to 0B, you probably are thinking these are tier 1 mons usually. Yes, and thusly we don't want to give you the option of a huge tier 0A threat mixed in with another tier 1 threat that's like basically what I'm saying. I don't want to give you something like Calyrex Ice Rider and then Dragapult. Cause that'd be busted. Um the last thing I want to talk about before we switch slides here is the Arceus rule. So for each tier, tier 0A and tier 0B, only one can be drafted from each. So say I take Arceus Fighting as my tier 0A, no one else can have Arceus Dragon, so on and so forth. And if I take Arceus Electric, nobody else can have Poison, Psychic, Grass, so on and so forth as well. But there can be Arceus Fighting and Arceus Electric in the draft together. So there's allowed 2 Arceus to be drafted this season. So with our moving up tiers here, Darkrai, Magearna, Blaziken, Giratina Origin, Genesect, Naganadel, Urshifu Single, Dragapult, Landorus Eye, and Cinderace have all moved up to tier 0B, as they are the more threatening tier 1s that we just want to kind of nerf a little bit down, just because they can be a little too strong in this tiering style. Moving on, we just have I'm going to be honest, there's a lot more upgrades and there's a lot more downgrades than upgrades, so these lists are going to be quite short. So tier 2 to tier 1 will be Clefable and Heatran. This was honestly my mistake from last season, moving them down a tier. They should not have moved down at all, to be honest. And on the other side, tier 3 to tier 2, Barraskewda, Kingdra, and Indeedee. You're probably thinking, what is he doing? These are all tier 3 mons. Barraskewda and Kingdra are moving up for the sole reason of Kyogre existing. Simple as that, because we don't want to give you that strong of a water a Swift Swimmer if at a low price kind of thing. Unless it's mons that are like lower tier that really have no impact. But these two are usually the more stronger ones, so we want to put them higher up kind of thing. And Indeedee as well, because there are some psychic types in the Uber tiers that we are allowing. There's also some megas that have gotten a huge boost, and I personally would like to have it be a bit more costly kind of thing. Moving into tier 4 to 3 and 5 to 4, Blissey, Seismitoad, Bronzong, and Moltres will all be moving up a tier. This is honestly me as well being dumb. Let's be real here, me being dumb. And forgetting that they're in tier 4. And finally, Articuno as well, same reason as the others, moving up to tier 4. Our Mega switches here. Mega Alakazam will be joining the upper tier Megas in Mega Tier 0. Mega Garchomp will be going from 2 to 1. Same with Slowbro, 2 to 1. Mega Steelix will be jumping from 4 to 2, and Camerupt from 4 to 3. This is seeing Steelix and Camerupt go up the tiers are mainly because if we leave too many tier 0 Megas, it's going to be very yeah, you know what I mean. They're all gonna go. So we want the bottom of the barrel to be the weakest possible, which is, I believe, at this point, Audino, Glalie, Abomasnow, Bayonet. I think those are the 4 down there. Just to kind of make it more of a costly effort kind of thing. So going into our upgrades now, Bulu is the only tier 1, or downgrades. Bulu is the only one going from tier 1 to tier 2 here. It's Bulu, let's be real. It's outclassed by Rillaboom 100,000% of the time. So, yeah, that's all I really gotta say about that. And now here's where the lists get a bit longer. Tier 2 to Tier 3 is going to include mons such as Florges, Manaphy, Slowbro, Galarian, Staraptor, Mimikyu, Floette, Poltegeist, just because these mons, they really haven't been drafted or performed lately, so we're just wanting to drop them down a tier just to kind of balance them a bit more. And at the same time, my tiers are still like Gen 7 tiers, because the last season I really just rushed into it, didn't really look at it. I rushed into an L. Hi, my name's Nacho. Yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about that, is that really the tiers, the moving down, are just rebalancing some of the stuff that should not have been lower tier. Tier 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. As you can see on the other side, you got stuff like Corsola, Espeon, Inteleon, Scrafty, Zarude, and then on the other side we got stuff like Clawitzer, Dusclops, Houndoom, Smeargle, Typenol, and Wobbuffet kind of thing. Just to more balance out the tiers, make them more Gen 8 savvy, instead of them being old. But it's fine. Next season we'll just everything that gets defog, we'll just put up a tier. Easy enough. And finally, our Mega Tier downs. Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Pinsir, Mega Altaria all be going from Tier 1 to Tier 2. And Sceptile will be dropping from Tier 2 to Tier 3. Now, on the other side, I just wanted to break down all the mons that were added as of the Crown Tundra DLC, because we have not ran a season since, so I just wanted to break down which ones, where they all are sitting. I'm not going to go through each one here, but you can see where they all are sitting in the tier list. Go into the playoff structure a little bit here. So as it has been for season 1 and 2, the top 6 players will be making it into the playoffs this season, with the top 2 seeds getting round 1 buys. Third through 6 will face off against each other in round 1, and then after round 1, players will be reseeded with highest seed versus lowest seed, mixed in with the 2 that got round 1 buys. So very straightforward, nothing really new there, nothing really interesting there, I'm not going to lie. Lastly, the last thing we want to break down is the draft structure. So draft will be 11 rounds long. The draft order will be randomized prior to start date. You will see the draft order on this upcoming Sunday. It's a standard snake draft, nothing new there. And reminder that Tier 0A, Tier 0B is not a free point tier. You have to draft one. And your free points are only 160 points in total. That's all I really wanted to break down. That is the last slide, saying thank you for watching. Check description with how to apply. Do not check the description with how to apply. The applications are closed. But if you want to come and spectate the season, feel free to join the Discord in the link in the description. Other than that, I've got really nothing else to say for this video. I am rambling. My mouth is dry because I haven't had water today. It's great. It's fine. You'll love it. Without further ado, I got 6 more coach reveals to give you guys here. It's the last 6 of this season. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. And I will see you guys all later. Enjoy the final 6 coach reveals.